Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the Black Manga Critic here. Uh, man, let's get this started, all right? Black Jack, Samu Tezuka, okay? I've gotten a lot of suggestions from people telling me, yo, check out Blackjack, it's dope, it's flames, it's fire, you're gonna love it, really interesting premise, da 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 da. So I'm really happy to start this readathon. Um, and again, I'm always trying to like react to like manga that I feel like just like either aren't on um YouTube like in that way, in a mainstreamy sort of way. But I think I think at this point, like I'm at a certain place, like just within like the YouTube sort of like manga community, and I guess especially like within like the one YouTube sort of like One Piece community and all that, and like Hunter x Hunter community and all that stuff, where like I can react to other manga, and maybe some people will see it and they'd be like, oh, either I read that before, looking forward to seeing how you feel about it, or oh, I haven't read that before, but you seem to really like it, maybe I should check it out too. You know what I mean? Like it's all about just like one, reading some dope manga, right? One, reading some dope manga. Two, trying to get other people to read dope manga or manga that you feel is dope. And three, just like I think generally just getting people to read manga, period. Because sometimes people come to your channel and they're like, yo, like I'm an anime person, but I don't really read manga like that. I'm like, come on, let's get you reading some more manga, okay? Even though anime is dope, like I have no issues with people who like watching anime. If you want to watch anime, yo, watch all the anime you want. Like, go in, please do. All right. I think for me, I've always sort of said this, like manga is just sort of like the medium that I prefer right now. But like I think when I retire, like when I'm like, retire and I'm done and I'm not teaching anymore, doing anything like that or whatever, you know what I mean? I think I'll be able to sit down and watch more anime. But for now, like I barely watch anime, if at all, just because it's just a time thing. But there's always times where there might be an anime that I really want to watch, and I'll go watch it. All right, let's get into it, man. Blackjack time. All right. Very cool, very cool. This is published by Vertical. Vertical puts out dope content. All right, Vertical stay putting out the dope content. All right. There are just certain. I mean, I think all of the sort of like imprints, if you want to call them that, like all of them put out good stuff. But like certain things like Vertical, Seven Seas, Kodansha, like they put in the work. There's a new one, sort of relatively new, sort of imprint that came out, Dempa, which is like putting out some dope stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna put out and all of that. But yo. All right, Yen Press. Come on, son. You already know what it is. All right, Viz, obviously. So let's get into it. Blackjack time. All right. Let's do this. So I'm looking forward to it. This is the volume, okay? It's a volume that I have. I wanted to get volume 2 at some point, but I ended up buying the Osamu Tezuka's Dororo. Because I really wanted to check it out. It seemed really dope. So I'm reading that currently, and I'm really liking it. But I wanted to start this tonight, just to get it started. And shout out to everybody before I really get into this. Shout out to everybody that like came through for the Hunter x Hunter love. That means a lot. I'm doing the work. I'm doing everything I can to get it rolling, to get the ball rolling, contacting people, figuring out the time and the date and all of that. All right. So again, it's gonna happen. I'll see y'all. All right, Blackjack Volume 1. And we're just gonna do the first sort of like chapter. Or part, whatever you want to call it. First part is called "Is There a Doctor?" Is there a doctor? Okay. All right. Somebody's driving. Vroom. Just slammed into like I don't know what's this, a book stand or something like that, and somebody or a bunch of people got hit. I think. Wow. This person's wild. Kablam. That's what happens when you speeding. One day, somewhere in Europe. Woo-wee, woo-wee, and that's just like cops. Man, that car got destroyed. That car got destroyed. Whoa, that's a doozy. Yikes. This guy, I mean, young sir is Akudo, son of the famous tycoon, Mr. Niluka. Or no, Nikula, sorry, Nikula. Sure is what a fiasco. Note. So the note says the vaguely European sounding Akudo Nikula puns with the Japanese word for brat, Akudo, and hateful, Nikuda. Nikudashi. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Interesting. All right, so we move on. Go to the hospital. Gracious. I'm honored to welcome you to my humble hospital, Mr. Nikula. Where's my boy? Akudo. Well, can you save him? I'll pay any price. I'll build you a brand new hospital if you save my son. But what if he dies? You do that too? But if he dies, you do that. You do too. Got that? Ah, okay. His skull's cracked. His neck's broken. His lungs are collapsed. His stomach's smashed. His guts are twisted up, and poop is sticking out. Bruh. It's like you start saying that you're not like I don't know I guess like you're not gonna feel like you're gonna laugh at it, but then like it just gets all like nursery rhymey in a weird way, like the cadence of it, and then like it's just like the poop is taken out, and you're just like poop. You know what I mean? It's just a funny moment. What? There's no part of him that's intact? It'll be a miracle if he lasts 3 days. The gall. I'll have you hanged or sent to the electric chair. You quack. Men, scour the world for a doctor who can cure him. No limit as to fees. So everybody's moving, trying to find a doctor. I am Nikula, the greatest businessman on earth. All the world's politicians are mine to toy with if I wished. The power of money. I'll use it to save my boy. I know it can be done. That's right. We need the world's best surgeon. You want a gynecologist, nitwit? It says, you want a gynecologist? Nitwit. Could I save a doomed patient through surgery? I refuse. How about 1 billion yen? Some are willing to try, but they can't guarantee success. If they can't, I don't want them. Chairman, I found a surgeon who can save him for sure. A doctor from Japan, a surgical genius. He's cured 300 patients. What's this doctor's name? I don't know his real name, but they call him Blackjack. Blackjack? Yo. So he came through on what was that, like a private jet or something? That's wild. That's dope. He got the dope looking face. Hairs. He got the Yu-Gi-Oh hairdo. All right. Different hair color in certain parts. Scar on his face. He looking a little shady right now. You're Blackjack? What a creepy character. Can I really trust him? Where's the patient? Well, doctor, I could do it, but I need another body. Parts beyond remedy will have to be replaced. You mean to save this patient, another human has to sacrifice his body? Whoa. It's wild. Taylor Davy, looking at a tailor-like shop. Welcome? You're Davy, the tailor? Yes, that's me. You were at the scene of Mr. Nikula's son's auto accident, weren't you? That crash was your fault. You obstructed the vehicle and caused the accident. What? Ridiculous. I was there and saw it, that's all. The car sped by and crashed all on its own. Are you sure? Don't think we don't know that you hated Mr. Nikula's son. Why? Nobody likes Akudo. He's a regular hoodlum. Everyone was just too scared to say so. Yo. Shut up. Whoa. You're under arrest for attempted murder. Bruh, what are we doing right now? Like, what are we doing right now? But I've done nothing wrong. Come, sue us if you dare. These are scumbags. Davy, Mama, don't worry. They'll have to prove me innocent. I'll be back soon. Davy! Oh, he's such a kind boy. What is going on? We arrested the tailor as you requested. Have him convicted by the end of the day. Get the trial going. Buy off the judge and witnesses. Hear me? Anyway, kill him by legal means. What? Yo, this is wild, man. Just now, a witness for the defense has taken the stand. Davy is a good son and a proper boy. He'd never do such a terrible thing. And it's true that Akudo, who got into the accident, was a thug. Shut that witness up. Yes, sir. Man. I'm well aware that my son was a troublemaker. But that's not the issue. He's my only son. I just want to save my son. That kid, Davy. Could you use his body for my son's operation? I could. Ooh, don't glare at me. Mr. Nakula, do you really want that boy sacrificed for your own good-for-nothing son? A good boy is sacrificed for a good-for-nothing son. Such things happen too. Ha! The world doesn't exist solely for the righteous. Money and power. Yes, power. Dr. Blackjack, you may be the best surgeon in the world, but you practice without a license. You're forced to lurk in the shadows, no? Haha. I had you thoroughly investigated. The court finds Davy guilty and sentences him to death, bruh. What? That's Davy! Mama! So the trial is over. Doctor, please prepare to operate. This isn't right. Oh, Mama, I won't just roll over and die. I'll be back, I promise. Lord, have mercy upon him. This is wild, man. Davy, you will die, but a portion of your body will be provided to Mr. Nakula's son. Do as you like. That's so wild, man. You serve Satan. Have you said your prayers? Give me your arm. Frick. Mama. This panel is particularly good. The panel where it shows Davy just kind of like, there's a very like, I don't know what to call it. There's a word that I like. I want to make sure like I got the meaning right. Sometimes like, you know, like when you like second guess yourself. I don't know. Yeah, like elegant, like kind of like there's an elegant sort of like otherworldly, like supernatural kind of like vibe to this panel, like the spiritual kind of in a sort of spiritual sense. Him sort of like leaving his body and like kind of moving on. Dope panel. Then we get back to Blackjack doing the most. Disinfect him. Finally, Akudo, your operation. You'll be saved. One thing, Mr. Nakula. I'll save him, but I won't bear responsibility for anything that happens afterwards. Huh? That's fine. If he's fully healed, I'll have no complaints. All right, then. Wait outside. I'm doing this alone. Wow. He's doing a thing. Oh, wow. Time is going by. It's over. And? Is my son? It went well. His bandages can come off in about 2 months. How about that kid, Davy? I used most of his organs and limbs. Hardly looks human now, in bits and pieces. Care to confirm? Ugh, no, that's quite all right. Have the money delivered to my hotel. You're not pulling a fast one. I will neither run nor hide until he recovers. But that's where my responsibility ends. Ha ha ha. 2 months later. I'm removing the last bandage. Wow. Akudo! Should be all healed. Dr. Blackjack, you really are a master surgeon. My work here is done. So long. Can you tell who I am, Okudo? Yep. Congratulations, son. As long as you're alive, there's nothing you can't take on. Take your time. Rest up now. And Kudo's just staring into space. Chairman, the young master is gone. Gone? How? He snuck out of the hospital and is missing. Find him right away. Tell the police it's their responsibility. Yo, that good for nothing. As soon as he got better. Yo, this dude wild, man. He wild. He went into the Taylor Davy shop. Your mama, it's me. Mr. Nakula's darling boy. It's me, Davy. I'm back, mama. No, you're not my Davy. Davy is dead. But that wasn't so, mama. Here, if you don't believe me, watch this. I'm sure my mama will see. Whoa. That scissor work is Davy's. Mama, it was Akudo who died. Dr. Blackjack just operated on my face to make me look exactly like Akudo. Said there was no point operating on a rotten body and soul. Davy. My face is different, but I'm still your son. Is that all right, Mama? Yo. Let's escape to some foreign country. Akudo's dad is looking for me. Bruh. What's all that money? The doctor gave it to me so we can escape. Wow. Mama, he must be an angel. Blackjack. Apart from being Japanese, his background is not known, nor his name. But he is a genius surgeon, and some call his skills divine. Today, too, the enigmatic doctor is performing a miracle with a scalpel somewhere. And that's the end of the first part. That was really good. I like that a lot. I like when I like stuff like that. I like when I'm like reading something, and you know what I mean, like when you're reading like a book or novel, whatever sort of narrative, like, you know, story, whatever, and you get to a certain point within like sort of overall like narrative, and you're just kind of like, whoa, like I wasn't expecting that. Like I wasn't expecting him to like I you know what I mean? Like I was expecting him to just be like brooding, like ha, 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 I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna sully like myself, you know, like, you know, in terms of like morally or whatever. But you know, there's got to be some reason why I'm doing this. You know what I mean? But it's like, nah, he saved, like he made sure that the boy didn't die, changed his face, and the other kid is just dead. But I think it's interesting, right? Because it's like, you know, there are always these questions, like these ethical questions, right? And these sort of moral sort of questions when it comes to stuff like this. And it's something that I really want to think about. Like I really want to think about it. And I want to maybe like sort of kind of work through at some point. But that was really good. I like that. I like that a lot. Like I wasn't expecting Blackjack to be like, you know, like to not only save him, but to give him all that money. Like I wasn't expecting him to give him all that money. I was like, okay, maybe he'll take some, you know, maybe like he'll take some and donate it to, you know, whatever, and it'll be like dirty donated money after he like saved the Kudo. But like that didn't happen, and I'm very happy about that. I like stories where I can't really predict what will happen. I want to be surprised. I don't want to know like what's happened next. That's the whole point for me, like of reading stories. If I know what's going to happen next, for the most part, you know, I don't know. I don't like that. You know what I mean? All right. So that was a good first part. I think I'm going to read another part. I'm going to read another part. I'm going to read another part because like that was really good. That was really good. The second sort of chapter is entitled "The First Storm of Spring." So I'm going to take I'm going to take some water. Some water real quick before we continue. All right. This is really good so far. I like it a lot. I love Tezuka though. Osamu Tezuka just puts out dope content. You know what I mean? So I mean, You know, you just put out dope content. Really, really good. Really, really good. All right. So, again, the second chapter is entitled "The First Storm of Spring." Okay. Okay. So her eye is messed up, I guess. Yeah. Hmm. You're the first one ever to cook up a complaint over an operation I performed. It's not cooked up. True. Eye surgery isn't my specialty, but with glaucoma, it's a cinch. Frankly, I believe it went well. Why would you see such a thing? That's what I don't get. In the dark, when I shut my eyes, I see a tall, handsome man staring long and hard at me. It's a trick of the imagination. No, it isn't. All right, all right. You'll get used to it. Give my best to your dad, will you? Oh, I see him now. He's standing right in front of me. Oh, what is going on? That's a wild step. Hmm. Is we're in some sort of like seedy part of Japan, I guess. Doctor, my daughter's thrilled, saying she sees better. How'd I ever thank you? At least won't you let me pay the treatment fee proper like? Asking instead for free drinks for a month. Gotta be kidding me. Huh. If I billed you for real, Pops, you'd have a heart attack. Don't scare me. See here, drink all you want. Doc, why the sad face? She said something that's bugging me. Chiaki did? Something rude, Doc? Ever since surgery, she sees this man. A man? Yep, some lean young man every now and then. I treated her, so I'm liable, and call it a point of honor. That Chiaki. After you was kind enough to cure her. It's springtime, Doc. That's what. Little Missy's been getting starry-eyed of late. Must be taking note of some guy or other. It got nothing to do with your surgery. I hope not. But something's nagging me. Hmm. Oh, I saw him in that dark doorway. There she goes again with her phantom guy. Pity. It's because we're in all girls' school. He's not a phantom. He was right here at a pickles warehouse. This morning, you saw him in the gym. Chiaki's sure gone boy crazy. They keep teasing me, but I see him all the time. Again, don't run off. Stay there. I'm coming. Oops, gone already. Is it me then? But why would I picture the exact same face and clothes every time? Or is that, am I really losing it? It's been 2 months, and you still see him? A mental cause. If not, some fellow stalking you, one or the other. It's not an oversight on my part, but I just keep on seeing him. Ever had a boyfriend? Some student? Ever been in love? No, doctor, I swear. Never mind. I'll be fine. Oh, maybe you will be. But not me. What a disgrace. For me. For me to botch a mere cornea transplant. Cornea. A cornea transplant. Hello. Is this the eye bank? Yes. The cornea you provided me the other day for a transplant. What sort of person was the donor? Are you sure? I'll be right over. Chiaki, if you like, I'll drop you off on my way. By my name, I'll sort this out. What's an eye bank? Mhm. Leukoma, the disease you had, turns a part of your eye called the cornea white and cloudy. It's similar to a blood bank, but they don't stock. Sorry. Turns a part of your eye called the cornea white and cloudy. So you replace the clouded cornea with a new one. That's what an eye bank is for. It's similar to a blood bank, but they don't stock whole eyeballs there, only the part known as the cornea. It seems this phantom of yours is caused by the replacement cornea. What? I need to ask them about the donor of that odd cornea. When a donor gives it, how does usually they're dead? Oof. Again, whoever you are, why do you follow me around? Why do you stare at me so? Where are you from? Do you exist? Or are you a dream made up by my mind? Tell me. Murdered? Yes. The cornea's donor was a woman called Yoriko Tate, and she died 3 months ago. Cause of death? Murder. National Police Archives. A murder case from 3 months ago? Victim's name? Yoriko Tate. Ah, here she is. This one's still unsolved. The victim was a 19-year-old college student. Jeez. She was raped, then strangled. Mino University, Human Physics Department. Professor Sakio Komatsu. Could the human eye act as a camera? What's this now? I mean, when the visual nerve receives a strong stimulus, could the retina possibly imprint an image onto the cornea? No. Sakio Komatsu, esteemed sci-fi novelist best known for Japan Sinks. Ah. Hmm. For instance, the last thing a person saw before dying? Ha ha ha. I didn't know your interest ran that way. Maybe in sci-fi, but in real life, I'm not so sure. I'm dead serious. Well, spirits and the occult are all the rage. Science is full of unknowns, so I don't rule it out. Who got killed, by the way? Look into that cornea. Maybe you'll see the killer. No, that's whose face. Yeah, that's wild. Chiaki, what's wrong? Dad, I can't take it anymore. Can't take what? I think I've fallen in love with him. Oh my goodness, bruh. This wild. Who's him? The phantom I keep seeing. Don't be funny. Getting a crush on some fella that don't exist? But I can't help it. I've been seeing him day and night, and I can't stop thinking about him. Chiaki, you're almost a lady now. Dad'll find you a proper fella, not some phantom here. That doc who fixed your eyes. He's young but decent. Perfect for my daughter. Perfect for my daughter, if you ask me. Hmm. What you drawing, Missy? Show me. No, that's a picture of him. I bet he does exist. I'll find him, no matter what. Don't be talking rubbish. Where's your daughter? We need to operate again with a new cornea. Good grief, she's gone and fallen in love with him of all the fellas. Who's that? She drew it. Her famous phantom lad. And he's the one. I'm taking this with me. I feel like he's close by. Oh, that face. It's him. Ah, I knew it. He was real. Maybe I'll say hi? But if he's married, if I don't, I might never see him again. Can I help you? You've been following me, yes? Wow. There's a bench. Go ahead and tell me your story. That's bizarre. Wow. An image of me, a total stranger imprinted in your eye? This joy. Is this first love? Life sure is full of mysteries. And there goes the serial killer face. Rapist face. Ugh, disgusting. Hope this guy gets thrown in a jail cell and stays there for the rest of his life. Squeezes her hand. You. You know, don't you? You know everything about how I ended up killing her. Can't let you live either then. To think that you came right to me now. Wasn't that lucky? What? What are you saying? Whom did you kill? I killed a woman I knew 3 months ago. Like this. That's him. You're. Oh, okay, so yeah, good. Kick him in the nuts. Get him out of here. Boom. Oh no, or maybe that's not what happened. Oh, okay, that's just his leg like stretched out. It's weird. Okay, all right. Boom. Blackjack's coming at him. Cool. Your name and address? John Doe. Come with us. Man. Wild. And Chiaki's just crying. That was a close one, Pops. Yes, sir. The dead woman's eye lived on in you and told you who killed her. Funny things happen. Come on. Come now. Let's go. And she's still crying. Whew. So you fell in love not knowing who he was. First love ends in heartbreak. Don't feel down. That was a harbinger. Your true spring's about to begin. All right, so that was the second part. Okay. So far, so good. It reads pretty quickly. I kind of like that. And like, you know, when you see like just sort of like patent like Osamu Tezuka like characters and their facial expressions, and when those facial expressions shift in a certain way, always really like just really interesting when you see that. All right. Let's see. The third part, I think I might read one more part and then I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna read one more part and then I'm gonna stop there. But I don't want to do it for too long. You know, I want to make sure I get some sleep. I might want to do a stream where I just kind of discuss some things and stuff, and, you know, just kind of like a chill stream very quickly. But I'm gonna do one more part and then I'm gonna stop this stream. Right. Teratoid cystoma or cystoma, sorry. Teratoid cystoma. Okay. Oh, ooh. Okay. That's not good. Doctor, I'm the attending physician of a certain high-profile personage. I have confidence in you and request that you operate on her immediately. Can it wait until morning? Tonight, or it will be too late. She's in critical condition. And as a doctor, you let it come to that? Who's the patient? He's just running. Whew. Quiet. Unload her. Gently now. Pardon us. The sudden visit. You want to conceal her identity so badly? Fine. I won't ask. No doubt you brought her here to avoid starting rumors at the proper hospital. Well, I'm Dr. Crab. I work at Side Scuttle Hospital. No hospital can handle this operation. I believe you're the only one who can. Ah, such trust. Well, yeah, tetroid cystoma. Figured it was like a cyst, like a super large cyst. A tumor? It's huge. It's a cystoma. And you want me to remove it. It's a teratoid cystoma. Aha, I see. Sometimes when twins are conceived, one embryo fails to cohere and just a part of it is born implanted in its sibling. As the baby grows, the unformed twin develops together. It might be an eyeball, hair, an arm, and a leg. In some cases, the unformed twin is enclosed in a rubbery sac filled with viscous fluid. Wow. As the sac enlarges, it starts to look like a growth. It's called a teratoid cystoma. Here's the X-ray. Oh, wow. Ha. Oh, this is okay. Wow, this is amazing. Nearly a full set of human organs, even a brain. Why wasn't it removed before it got so large? That's the thing. Every time it is attempted, everyone present starts to act funny. Funny? Oh, wow. They start like killing each other, bruh. Each time they had to stop. It must be the curse of the cystoma, bruh. Really, though? This is so wild. But it is what it is. Poppycock. Yeah, he's just like, this is wild. This is ridiculous. I've heard of a mummy's curse, but a growth that curses humans? It is so. Shall I assist? I can handle this alone. Please wait outside. An accursed operation, then. Time to get started. Bruh. Yeah, he's starting to get hit. He's getting hit up by that systema. Ah! 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 Do not cut. Do not cut. Do not cut. Whew. What was that? Wow. Do not cut. Yo, this is just continuing. Do not cut. Do not cut. Yo, this is wild. He's like choking himself. Who is you lump? Is it you? He just tried to cut lunge at it and it's just like boom. Wait. Listen to me. I have to excise you, but I won't kill you. You're a living thing that holds a human body. I intend to keep you alive. Relax. Will you really? How? How? Well, I dip you in culture. I dip you in culture medium. I'll trust you. You're a wonderful doctor who can perform any operation, right? I think you can save me. How does this thing know about me? That quack was going on about you. That's a cheap word, quack. Don't use it. Culture medium. I'll put you in here. This will keep you alive for the time being. Are you ready? Don't interfere this time. I told you to stop it. I'm giving you an anesthetic. Huh? Nap for a while. Yo, this is wild. Suzuka stayed doing the most, man. Wild stuff. They're just waiting. The other doctors are just waiting. I'm done. Please. Good gracious. Pulling off such a major operation all alone. It's a miracle. The parts are all in here. I'm keeping it alive. But why? Because there's no real reason to let it die. Please, throw it out. Makes me sick to look at it. It will put a curse on you. Whether I dump it or burn it is up to me. Or would you buy it for 1,000,000 yen? So he's stitched up the patient. Smooth recovery. In a week, we can take her to Side Scuttle. That's risky. Wait until... We can't leave the patient in this unhygienic environment forever. Yeah? Thanks a lot. Don't get angry. I'm very grateful to you, doctor. But all this is top secret. Have it your way. Now he's just sitting with the cystoma. And he's drinking. I guess he's thinking and trying to figure out how to deal with this. Wow. He's doing a whole like Frankenstein thing. Put them together. You're a piece of flesh that never got to be human. I'll put you together and make a human out of you. Brain, heart, limbs. Luckily, you have what you need. What? You don't. I fashioned out of what you don't. I fashioned out of synthetic fiber. With it, you ought to become a full-fledged body. 1 year later. Okay, bring her in. Your last checkup. You can say goodbye to all this unpleasantness. Here's Dr. Blackjack. I'll never forget what you've done for me. Go ahead and forget it. I don't even know who you are, but there's someone I'd like you to meet. Wow. Your little sister. Same age, in fact. What? I don't have a sister. You've never met, but she grew up with you. Your little sister. Murderer! Cadaver! Beast! Idiot! Good for nothing! Ogre! Vampire! Stop! That child's no sister of mine. Nasty brat. Get her away from me. Lord, Dr. Crab, load me back up. Let's go. Wow, that's wild. Oh man. That was really good. Okay, I think that was like 3 parts. And I was like, is there a doctor? The first storm of spring, teratoid, cystoma. So I think, let me see how it's 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. Okay, so 12 parts. So I guess I've read 3 so far. So I think what I'll do is this video's off like 40 minutes or something like that. I'll stop it here. Yeah, I'll stop it here. And then I think for the next one, I'll do a bit more. So it'll always just be like, I'm going to change the title of the video. So it'll be like volume 1, you know, volume 1, chapter like 1 to 3 or something like that. But so far this is very good. I like it a lot. Like, I mean, I like Tezuka generally. Generally, like when I read Tezuka, I'm always like hyped about it. So volume 1, chapter 1 to 3. I'll do that, and that'll be it. Changes. But that was really good. I like that a lot. Like, I think, again, like for me, it's always about just like starting new manga. You know what I mean? It's always about, like, again, it's always about starting new manga, getting, you know, just like that, just getting my fill of that manga greatness. All right. Reading something new, really enjoying it, wanting to read more. You know what I mean? This is really good. I mean, I already knew it. Like, I'm not gonna say I want to read everything by Tezuka. There are definitely some titles where I'm just like, yo, Tezuka, you doing a little bit too much here. You know what I mean? Like MW, I think is one, where I read that, finished that, liked it, but also had like some issues with it. Like he was doing a little too much, you know. And there's another one that I haven't read, but I'm kind of staying away from it for the time being. But I think I'll read it at some point. I think it's called Ayako or something like that. Or yeah, let me look that up. Yeah, Ayako. Which is like, I don't know. Something about it tells me like I'm gonna be like, you know. But I think I'll check it out eventually. I think I'll check it out eventually. Because like anytime Tezuka deals with like issues of like war in particular, like there's almost always going to be like rape scenes, stuff like that. I'm like, I can't you know, it's just, man, like it's just too much. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff, like there, like it's just, like Suzuki kind of goes, like he just goes too far. It's like, it's not to say like you can't talk about rape in like the literature. Of course, you should bring it up. You should talk about it. You should make like people aware that like this is like an awful thing and and all those things, right? And maybe talk and try to explore it in some way, in some sort of like way that again brings it more attention, that shows like just the horrors of it, trauma, all that stuff, right? But then there's like times where like, you know, like especially like MW, Otake Hito, stuff like that, where like it's just like, but especially MW, like it's like, dude, like relax, like stop that, it's too much. All right, so I really like what's going on there. I think for our industry, just to say, you know, some quick thoughts about how I feel about it. I think what I sort of like about it is this, the doc, like, I mean, Blackjack clearly is like dope. He's a dope doctor, right? But I think what's great is there is a way in which he's a phenomenal surgeon, but it's not so much that the operation is what's like sort of a mess. It's like, oh, if I do this, you know, let's say if I you know, perform this operation, like, and certain things happen after the operation that I have sort of really just like placed upon this person, I bear the responsibility of making sure that that person has some sort of shot or chance or whatever to do, you know, to sort of move forward through this life. You know what I mean? It's like in positive, in a positive sort of manner. Share the thing. What's good? Share the thing. You know what I mean? And like I don't know. I feel like I like that. Like he's like a legitimate doctor. Like doctors, like, right? Again, if you're a decent like doctor and a decent like person, right? It's not about like, oh, I did the operation. Okay, now I'm done. Like, go, you know, play catch, whatever, right? It's like I'm going to be there until like you fully recover, and and I'm fully invested in afterwards, after the fact, after the surgery, after the treatment, after those things, because that stuff matters. You know what I mean? And I like that. Like he's a doc. He's a legitimate doctor. I want to know what happened. Like how come he was like, you know what I mean? I mean I have an idea of what happened, but I think it's always cool to sort of see like these sort of situations. I'm not saying I'm like, yay, black market doctors, yay. You know, I'm not saying that. But again, I think like this is sort of one of those situations where clearly there's a lot of like stuff, right? This is not like this world. This is like there's all this extra supernatural stuff going on. These surgeries are very much, I think, like in a lot of ways impossible, right? Like he's like legit like a miracle sort of like surgeon by like this our reality sort of standards. In this reality, I think like he's still very much like a miracle surgeon. Other doctors cannot do what he does, right, to an extent. So I really like that, like, you know, he puts in the effort to like really help his patients. But it's like, again, if something happened and it's like, you know, even if it might not necessarily like he like, you know, be like his fault in a sense, he still sort of says like, yo, you know, I like it wasn't my fault that like, right, he's not like it wasn't my fault like that the cornea like imprinted that the image of like of the rapist onto the cornea, right? Like it wasn't his fault, it wasn't that Blackjack's fault, but he understands that it's like, yo, like I've like legit placed like the image of like of someone within this person's eyes, and it's an issue, and it's especially an issue because like she's gonna see a rapist like for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? Like that's wild. You know, so it's just like trying to make that right and trying to make sure that she can like move through her life without having to deal with that. But at the same time, like she's gonna have to deal with like this knowing that this rapist is like alive and that she survived like a sexual assault like experience. You know what I mean? It's like it's rough. You know, these things are messy and they sort of stay messy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of sort of heart in these narratives, but there's still a lot of mess. You know, it's not just like, oh, all right, we dealt with the cystoid and like, you know, we're all good and da 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 da. I'm like, no, it's like what's gonna happen to that child, right? Like what's gonna happen to the sister of like, right? What's gonna happen to the sister of the person who was operated on? Like what's gonna happen to her? You know what I mean? And I think those are the sort of things that like, you know, that leave you sort of thinking. You're like, man, that kind of sucks. Like that kind of really, really, really sucks. Like what's gonna happen? Like do we see more of that? Are we gonna see more of these characters? We don't know. But I'm looking forward to what we get next. I hope that it's like connected, you know what I mean? That these sort of like narratives are like connected in a way. I feel like they have to be. You know, it doesn't have to be like, oh, they're like super connected, but I hope that they are. I hope that they're pretty connected. I hope that we see more. Because that's important whenever you have narratives like this, sort of like composite novel like types like sort of stuff. It's always cool to see that. It's always cool to see how they're sort of connected and what the author's sort of trying to say about whatever through like those connected like narratives. So great stuff so far. All right. Again, this was a live reaction. All right, this is the part one of the Blackjack Read-A-Thon. Just to get it started, just to get a few chapters in. All right. It doesn't really have a title. Like all the sort of parts are just like the parts have titles, right? So I would say they're probably just like parts, but I like just calling them chapters because that's kind of how I read them. You know, they're just kind of like chapters in a sense, or short stories, right? They're vignettes, right? Like that's what I would sort of like call that. You know, so they're kind of short stories, vignettes, whatever you want to say. That and I think they'll all come together at some point. And yeah, I really liked it. All right, so let me get out of here. All right, thank y'all for coming through. It's always good when, you know, like when people are watching and people are coming through and showing love. You know, when I'm reading series that, you know, a lot of people don't necessarily aren't necessarily going to react to, right? And that's fine, because if you just want to read the manga on your own, read manga on your own. I think that's great. But I think I'm always trying to react to different things so that people feel like maybe they can react to certain things, and if they haven't read something, that they can get a sort of a sense of maybe what it's about or how I feel about it, and maybe that'll help them, pick up a copy or something like that. So again, thank you for coming through. I'm the Black Manga Critic. This is part 1 of the Blackjack Read-A-Thon, volume 1. Okay, we're on volume 1 right now. Tracking, and we just not tracking. Like we just finished chapters 1 to 3. Okay. Next time when I do part 2, I'm not sure when that's gonna happen. Sometime sooner rather than later. All right. Part 2 is gonna be probably chapters 4 to 6 or something like that. Depending on like how much time I have and everything like that. If I can do it earlier, then it'll be more chapters. But I think I think I'm aiming for like 4 chapters or 4 sort of vignettes or 4 like short stories for each read-a-thon. So for every read-a-thon, I'll probably do like 4 parts, like after this one, and then move on, and then I'll sort of move on to the next volume and the next volume and the next volume. All right. The other read-a-thons, I'm not sure when I'm going to be starting those, but when I do start them, you'll know. I'll send out I'll show out a tweet or whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like it's just dope. So thank you for supporting the channel, man. Like it really means a lot. But like when y'all are here and you're out here and you're supporting the channel and you do all that, like it really does mean a lot because it's just great. It means that people are watching and they're supporting me and they I think generally like the stuff that I like, the content that I'm putting out and stuff that I do. So it's always great to see that. Kingdom, I have no idea when I'm gonna get back to Kingdom. Like I think when I just stopped reading it because like I just didn't want to like read like the illegal scans like anymore. I didn't want to do that. And I don't know. I feel like at some point in my life, like I would love to like learn Japanese. I think right now it's just like not the time. But I want to get to a place where I at the very least start. You know what I mean? I want to get to a place where I do start reading, like learning that language because I think like it's super important. If you read manga, I think you should at least like if you have the ability, right? Like you should make the attempt to learn Japanese at some level just to read certain things. And it's like doing that takes like a long time. But if you're willing to put in that work, then great. I think at some point I want to do that. It just ain't gonna be right now. All right, it's not like I want it to be right now, but it's not gonna be right now. Okay. So thank y'all for coming through. All right. Shout out to Share the Dank for coming through and showing me love. Dope. I really appreciate it. All right. Still working on the Hunter stuff. Okay. I'll keep y'all posted. All right, through tweets, certain things like that. All right, and I'm out ya.